Okay, hi guys. So in the video we are gonna pick test 11 of the 2000s, like post 2000 era la. And எங்க பார்த்தாலும் இன்ஸ்டா லைவ்ஸ் அது இதுன்னு எல்லாத்துலயும் ஐபிஎல் 11 டிஎன்பிஎல் 11 ஆழ்வார்பேட் 11 வரைக்கும் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ வி தாட் ஒரு டெஸ்ட் 11 வி ஷுட் பிக் அப்படின்னு. ஸோ ஹவு இட்ஸ் கோனா ஒர்க் இஸ் கோபி அண்ட் ஷாம் யூ கைஸ் ஆர் கோனா பிச் இன் your names when it comes to openers, middle order batsmen, spinners and pacers. அப்புறம் I have a few stats about them, like most likely players ஓட stats கொஞ்சம் கலெக்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். And we'll talk about it and unanimous நம்ம ஒரு decision எடுத்து we'll pick our 11s. Okay, is that fine?
Super. Yeah,
fine bro.
Okay, cool bro. So we'll start with the openers. So on top of my mind I have a few names. So first I think Gopi, you can go with your names.
என்னோட ஓபனர் பாத்தீங்கன்னா குக் அண்ட் ஸ்மித் ப்ரோ, கிரேம் ஸ்மித் அண்ட் லெஸ்டர் குக். So any condition they will be my opener. So அந்த மாதிரி சப்கான்டினென்ட்னாலும் they can, இங்கிலாந்துனாலும் ஃபின்னாலும் they can. இது
ஸ்மித் வந்து எந்த ஸ்மித் சொல்றீங்க?
கிரேம் ஸ்மித்
ரைட் ஓகே
Sham, how about you?
நான் வந்து so க்ளோஸா ஃபாலோ பண்ணது வந்து early 2000s வந்து obviously two players who stood out for me were Hayden and Langer partnership, but adula வந்து I would go with Matthew Hayden. I think number one. Early 2000s I think he really cracked the scene, especially as a left-hander. I think he brings a lot of power to the top of the order, just like he did for CSK. And Testlio, I think he did a lot of good stuff on the 375 plus. I think the fact that Australia on the invincible status, he was kind of scoring a lot of runs at a very fast clip. So I think he makes it to my top order.
Yeah, almost எல்லா ஊர்லயும் அவங்க more than 4 runs per over அடிச்சாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்ல அந்த டைம்ல.
Yeah.
In fact, I think 4 runs per over அடிக்கலன்னா தான் it was a very surprising thing for Australia.
I mean அவங்க கூட ஆடும்போது எல்லா டீமுமே they manage that pace மாதிரி இருந்தது. So fast test match வந்து ரொம்ப fast paceல மூவ் ஆகும் ஆஸ்திரேலியா கூட ஆடும்போது.
Correct.
Okay.
So literally they were finishing all games in 3-4 days. And my second pick, I don't know if you've already thought through that, Gopi, but I also had Sehwag in mind. So he revolutionized Indian opening for test cricket.
Yes. Even I had Sehwag தான், but
so I think
ரெண்டு லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்டர்ஸ் வேணாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு
2003-2004 Australian tour mode, I think his 195 really stood out. Sorry, Gopi, you were saying?
இல்ல தான். Even I had Sehwag தான், but it's just அந்த இங்கிலாந்துல வந்து I think later during end of his career வந்து he struggled. So all conditions பார்க்கும்போது I think I just had a
so I think given its post 2000 ganaala I had to kind of look at early 2000s also, but I mean these two make my top two.
Okay, I'll throw in a few numbers here, but before looking at stats, test openingங்கும்போது definitely we need to look at some sort of stability in there, right? So இப்போ கோபியோட ரெண்டு பேர் பாத்தீங்கன்னா both are similar, like stable, grind it out kind of batsmen, both Smith and Cook. And உங்களோட ரெண்டு பேருமே பாத்தீங்கன்னா they are like dashing, வந்த பால்ல இருந்து அடிக்கிற மாதிரி kind of players. I think Hayden was like technically strong also. He was really technically strong. He played in the V all the time, but I think அவரும் ரொம்ப ரன் ரேட் அதிகமா ஆடுற ஒரு பிளேயர். So I'll just share a few stats here. Home and away ரெண்டுத்துலயுமே நல்லா பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணதுன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா I think Cook stands above everyone else. Cook's average is 43.36 at home and 46.48 at in away matches. ரெண்டுத்துலயும் ஆவரேஜா பாத்தீங்கன்னா I think Cook stands above everyone else. ஸ்மித் கிட்டயும் நல்ல நம்பர்ஸ் இருக்கு, பட் ஸ்மித்தோட ஹோம் ரெக்கார்டு வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கு. The fact that he played in South Africa like for a large part of his career. So மத்தபடி Hayden has got 50 plus average at home and 45 sort of 45ish average away. Sehwag பாத்தீங்கன்னா 50 overall average. அவரோட home average is 54, but awayல he struggled quite a bit because of his technical glitches maybe. So I think we can go with one traditional block it out there and earn your runs kind of player, and one dashing sort of player. So what's your take?
அதான் நீங்க ஸ்மித் ஸ்ட்ரகிள் சொல்றதுனால மேபி குக் அண்ட் ஹேடன், பட் லெஃப்ட் ரைட்னா வேணா ஷேவார்ட் போலாம். ஸோ
Okay, Sham, what about you?
Yeah, I think when I think about it, Cook is probably one of the, definitely one of the best English openers, and I think the later half, I think after 2006, he certainly ruled the scene.
Yeah.
So definitely, if I were to consider just the first 6 years of the 2000s, Adila Matrana, I don't think he'll feature, but I think the majority of the years he scored a lot of runs. Indian tours also he scored like double centuries. I think he's like played spin well, played fast bowling really well, captained the team. So I think for me, definitely that's a no-brainer. We should pick Cook here. But between Hayden and Sehwag, really, I don't have a preference other than the fact that Sehwag is much closer home. But I think Hayden also having that CSK connection, to me, I mean, I know it doesn't matter when you pick a test 11, but I think from that viewpoint, I think I feel much closer to Hayden as Adonada. But I think both of them, like you said, are similar in style. I mean, maybe if you want to pick a left-right, then you go with Sehwag. Otherwise, Hayden really would be unlikely to miss out.
Okay, I think we can go with Hedos because நீங்க சேவாக வந்துட்டு யூ கேன் எக்ஸ்ப்ளாய்ட் ஹிம் a bit technically, பட் ஹெய்டன் கிட்ட வந்துட்டு ஒரு ஆப்வியஸ் டெக்னிக்கல் டிஸ்அட்வான்டேஜ் இருந்ததுன்னு சொன்னா அப்படி இல்ல. லைக் சேவா கிட்ட லிமிட்டட் ஃபுட் மூவ்மெண்ட் அதெல்லாம் நம்ம சொல்லலாம். they were equally good, but I think we can go with Cook and Hayden, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll write it down, Cook and Hayden. Okay, guys. So before going into the middle order, we'll just finalize on our composition. Are we going with one all-rounder, two pacers, two spinners? நீங்க எப்படி உங்க 11s யோசிச்சு வச்சிருந்தீங்க?
நான் ஆக்சுவலி டூ ஆல்ரவுண்டர்ஸ் வச்சிருக்கேன் என்னோட டாப் 6ல.
டாப் 6ல ஓகே.
சோ அதனால எப்படி வச்சிருக்கேன்னா அவுட் ஆஃப் ஒரு 12 வச்சிருக்கேன்.
ஓகே.
சப்கான்டினென்ட்னா ஸ்பின்னர்.
ஓகே.
சோ அதர் கண்டிஷன்ஸ்னா 3 ஃபாஸ்ட் பவுலர்ஸ்ங்கற மாதிரி.
ஓகே. ஓகே, ஷாம், what do you say?
Actually, நான் வந்து ஆல்ரவுண்டர் டெஸ்ட்ல வந்து I felt like an all-rounder that I could think of வந்து எனக்கு really impact player அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா maybe one comes to mind, but I think I was pretty fluid about it, one or two depending on the conditions and where the team is playing. But
actually Vignesh, ஒரு டவுட், இப்ப 2000 ல இருந்து till
2019 yeah till present date.
yeah நான் from 2000 to 2010 தானா அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு டவுட்.
Okay. I think I think that would have been a little biased towards I think the older players, but
yes.
I mean I was still fluid with regard to the pacers and spinner combination. I think 3+1 or 2+2 is both fine by me.
Yeah, adha.
I think the winning teams ellam pathina traditionally they've done 3+1 in conditions other than the subcontinent. Within the subcontinent they obviously had 2+2. So depending on whether we pick two all-rounders or one all-rounder, I think I can.
But I mean Australia win பண்ணும்போது 2-2 வெச்சாங்களா இல்ல வெறும் ஆனே வெச்சு தான் வின் பண்ணாங்களா?
வெறும் ஆனே தான்.
Mostly with one. And in fact McGill and Vaughan in fact played very few matches together. So Lionel illa, so off spinning they didn't have an option.
I think if we are going to pick all round 11 like world 11 எங்க எல்லா கண்டிஷன்ஸ்க்கும் சூட் ஆகுற மாதிரி ஒரு 11 னா I think it's safe to go with two spinners, two seamers and one legit all-rounder. Like obviously Kallis will be I think he will be the unanimous choice. So if we have Kallis in the 11, we are going to go with two fast bowlers and two spinners. I think that would be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case we'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 four middle order batsmen. And it's really a headache in here because we have hell a lot of names with great averages. So I'll just go through the list who have averaged 50 plus. Ponting, Tendulkar, Dravid, Sangha, Yunus, Chanderpal, Amla, De Villiers, Brian Lara, and one modern player, Smith, along with Virat Kohli and Williamson. But okay, I have my reservations about Virat Kohli and Williamson. Let's just go with your choices. So number 3, Gopi, நீங்க யாரை பிக் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
3 will be my captain also, Ponting.
Okay, cool.
And again all condition player, so maybe subcontinental Harbhajan Pete la irukumbodhu he struggled a bit, but I think it won't be that much of a problem for Ponting.
Okay, which means you are not picking Rahul or Chanderpaul.
இல்ல.
No. Okay. Okay, cool. Sham, what
Actually,
about you?
11 I don't have an Indian in my 11, so.
Oh wow, that is a revelation. Okay.
Rahul I can accept, but I'm missing a big name there. Okay, Sham, we'll go with your number 3.
I was split between Ponting and Dravid, to be honest.
Okay.
I think if we are having two dashing openers, I would bring some stability into number 3 position, which would mean Dravid makes the cut. But I think if again it's 11 that has to play in all conditions, then the Ponting I've seen is like 90-95%. He's there in all conditions except that one tour was 2001 versus Australia in India. On the Oru tour, I think he definitely did not make any runs. But all the other tours, comfortable playing against spin and pace, and absolutely brilliant hooker. In pace bowling conditions, I think especially in test matches, when the rule of the bouncer does not apply, I think he's your brilliant bet to go in and start attacking, especially if an early wicket falls. So from that viewpoint, I think if we need an attacking option, it's a no-brainer. We go with Ponting. But if you need more stability, I think Dravid makes the cut. So I'm split. I think I'm okay with either choice there, and I'll have to agree with Gopi there. I think Ponting, if he makes the 11, he's also the captain. Unanimous choice for me.
Okay. So in between Rahul and Ricky Ponting, there is very little that separate both of them. Like brilliant slip fielders, brilliant tacticians. I think Rahul Dravid was a bit underrated as captain. That's what I feel personally. And Ponting, I think we can go with Ponting because of the kind of legacy that he had as a captain. Obviously, he had like such a fantastic side with him. On the 11 vechittu, any captain can win test matches all around the world. But still, the legacy that he sort of, on the Australian side, a captain pannaruங்கிற ஒரு ஸ்பெஷாலிட்டியே போதும். So I think we'll go with Ponting. Another choice which I found, very interesting is Shiv Chanderpaul. அவரோட ஆவரேஜ் பாத்தீங்கன்னா 55.04.
But Chanderpaul towards the end of his career, he batted at 5 or 6 levels.
Because number 3, I have not seen him like towards the later second half of his career. I haven't seen him bat at number 3.
Yes. But a large part of Brian Lara's runs came because of Chanderpaul's stability. I think Brian Lara mentioned in one interview saying if McGrath is in between a brilliant spell, he'll probably face just one ball off McGrath and he'll get off strike. Make sure Chanderpaul faces the rest of his, over. So, okay, we'll go with Ponting then. I think we have a clear winner here. நம்ம கேப்டன் யாருங்கிறத ஃபைனல் 11 டிசைட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் வரலாம். Okay. So number 4, having said by Gopi that he doesn't have an Indian out there.
அதான் because in my top 6ல 2 all-rounders அந்த flexibility வேணும்ங்கிறதுனால, so I just went with Kallis or Sachin தான் இருந்தது.
Okay.
But 2 all-rounders இருக்கட்டும் அப்படிங்கிறதுனால I went with Kallis.
Okay.
will be my number 4. Because Kallis பாத்தீங்கன்னா usually Kallis they will have at number 6.
Yeah.
So if you're going to have Kallis, you should have him at 4ங்கிறது என்னோட.
Okay. But the fact that he's going to bowl like 20 to 30 overs in an innings. So I think it's fair to him that we
என்னோட 6 பாத்தீங்கன்னா நான் அதான் என்னோட number 6 he is also an all rounder, so அதனால Kallis won't have that much of a burden.
Okay, Sham,
amazing slip fielder, so all condition player.
Sham, what's your pick?
100% Sachin. I think for me there was I think Kallis is an interesting choice at 4, but I had him at number 5 or 6 if we are going with an all-rounder. So for me, Tendulkar is the undisputed choice for number 4. I think he played for 13 years since 2000, and I think very stable number 4. Interestingly, Lara also is a great choice, but I think after 2000, really, I don't know if I think there were a few innings, but the longevity wasn't as much as Sachin's. So, given the tenure, given the kind of runs he's made everywhere, I'll have to go with Sachin.
Yeah. So ரெண்டு பேரோட ஆவரேஜ் பாத்தீங்கன்னா டெண்டுல்கர் அண்ட் ஐம் த்ரோயிங் இன் லாரா ஹியர். டெண்டுல்கர் இஸ் 52.22, லாரா இஸ் 54.41. Yeah, and Lara
2000 நீங்க சொல்றது
from 2000 to 2000 like to present date அது மட்டும் தான் நான் எடுத்திருக்கேன். டெண்டுல்கர் obviously முன்னாடி நிறைய ஆடி இருக்காரு லாராவும் டெண்டுல்கரும், பட் ஸ்டில் நான் இந்த டைம் மட்டும் தான் எடுத்திருக்கேன். பட் ஒன் ஃபேக்ட் இஸ் லாரா வாஸ் டெஃபினெட்லி I'm not sure if I can say this, but Lara was definitely a better spin batsman. Like he was a better batsman against spin bowling, I would say.
Better batsman in the sense when he's on he will attack பண்ணுவான். சச்சின் வந்து more of you'll just give the அந்த more respect கொடுத்து முரளிதரனை he never dominated the way Lara did.
Yeah, so it was very difficult to set a field against Lara in test cricket. But Sachin kitta you can sort of have a plan, and obviously he dominated you like all the time, but you can sort of have a plan.
Ashley Giles மாதிரி அந்த ஒரு
நெகட்டிவ் லைன்லாம் போட்டு அட்டாக் பண்ணாங்க. பட் I think what Sham said, the longevity அந்த ஒரு ஃபேக்டருக்காகவே I think we can go with Sachin, and on top of everything he is Sachin Tendulkar, so we'll go with Sachin at number 4. Okay,
I think it's an interesting choice also, right? I mean, if you look at it, Lara probably retired after the 2007 World Cup, if I'm not wrong.
That was his last and the ODI game.
Right. So Sachin probably played like 5.5-6 years more than Lara there in this time period.
Yes.
And I think the Sachin post 2000, in my opinion, was kind of mellowed down. He, obviously did not take as many risks as he did prior to that. I think 98
started playing more responsibly.
Yeah, the 98 series he, literally battered one out of the attack.
Yeah.
But the 2001 series, I think he scored Bombay he scored tons of runs, but adukaprom Calcutta test he didn't score much. But again he came back and scored some runs in Chennai. So I think the test cricketer that Sachin was post 2000 was a little bit more guarded in his approach. That brilliant innings that he played in Chennai again versus England 2008 la.
Yeah.
And I think some of those stand out for sure. But I think just the sheer number of runs he scored, and also against all of the attacks. And remember, I think always he's played with the best attacks, right? Played against the best attacks. And the same cannot be said about Lara. He had obviously he had to face Migra and everyone else, but I think when it comes to Lara's own team, he had Ambrose, Walsh and everyone else at their peak. This was again probably pre-2000, also maybe a little bit after 2000, but for the majority of the time I think Sachin played great attacks against them and scored a ton of runs. So in my opinion, it's also a good factor for us to consider.
Okay. One interesting point that I want to bring up here is Lara and the
Callis oda numbers at number 4.
Yeah, Callis oda number when batting between number 3 and number 6 is 58.66.
South Africa Peter Modi batted at 4 la, Amla at 3 and Callis at 4.
Yeah, so நான் number 3 ல இருந்து number 6 வரைக்கும் பேட் பண்ண நம்பர்ஸ் மட்டும் எடுத்துர்க்கேன். Okay, so அதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா 58.66 he averages with 11k plus runs. So phenomenal record. So what I thought is, irrespective of where he bats, we'll put him at number 7 because he's the all-rounder here. Okay, நம்ம அவரை எங்க வேணா பேட் பண்ணலாம்.
I had my keeper at 7. So 5 and 6 பாத்தீனா I had 3 and 4 வந்து Ponting Callis இருந்தா ஒருத்த அட்டாக் பண்ற மாதிரி Callis will just give the stability மாதிரி, and 5 and 6 பாத்தீனா it will be to any style of players. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 11 choose பண்ணிருக்கேன். So
okay,
when I give my 11 you will know why I had Callis at 4.
Sure, okay, maybe we'll go ahead and decide the 11 and then maybe we can chop and change the batting order.
Yeah.
So we are going with Sachin number 4 la. Okay, and இன்னொரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் பாயிண்ட் நான் சொல்லணும்னு நினைச்சேன். I read an article in ESPN Cricinfo. அதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா there was a stat which showed the batting average of the whole team's innings and the batting average of individual players. அதை கம்பேர் பண்ணி போட்டிருந்தாங்க. சே ஒரு 400 பிளஸ் இருக்கிற இன்னிங்ஸ்ல ஒருத்தரோட பேட்டிங் ஆவரேஜும் ஒரு 200க்கு கீழே ஆல் அவுட் ஆன இன்னிங்ஸ்ல பேட்டிங் ஆவரேஜும், அதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா டீமோட பேட்டிங் ஆவரேஜ் எப்போ ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கும், whenever the team didn't do that well as a whole batting unit, Sachin had done exceedingly well. Sachinoda average has stood out. Yeah.
But also another thing to consider, and maybe we didn't do that, is first innings, in my opinion, Sachin's average should be much higher than his like second innings average.
Yeah,
right?
Lara
And
has
also
scored
match
that.
winning.
Yeah,
Match winning
Lara's
innings பாத்தீங்கன்னா, I think the Bridgetown test that Lara scored against Australia, and a ton of like fourth innings லாம் is
on the 413 chase, I think he scored a century. Yeah.
So I think those things definitely stack up Lara higher, or maybe someone else also. In fact, I think one of the big names we are missing out is probably Sangakkara here.
Sangakkara, I know, like I have his name still. Yeah.
அவரோட average என்ன number 4 ல? I mean, if you've seen that.
Sanga between number 3 and number 6, all the way between number 3 and number 6 is 58.35. He averages like only Steven Smith has a better average. Yeah. Okay, so
Steve Smith is also a compelling choice.
Steve Smith, அடுத்த ரெண்டு பேட்டிங் ஆப்ஷன்ஸ்ல
நான் ஸ்டீவ் ஸ்மித் வந்து அதான் இன்னும் கரியர் முடியலன்றதுனால தான் அவன் எடுக்கல. பட் ஆனா ஸ்டீவ் ஸ்மித் obviously.
Oh, was that a condition actually? Current players
இல்ல
அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இது சொல்லல. பட் எனக்கு நோ
actually
அந்த ஒரு he still didn't go through that அந்த ஒரு லோ பீரியடே போடாத மாதிரி இருந்தது. அதுல இருந்து எப்படி ரிகவர் பண்ணி வரான்னு சொல்லிட்டு பாவம். If someone found his weakness,
okay,
LBW ஒரு தொடர்ந்து 3-4 மேட்ச்ல LBW ஆடி அந்த ஹேண்ட் ஐ கோஆர்டினேஷன் அந்த இது ஷேவாக்கு அது போனப்ப he just lost it. So அது மாதிரி ஸ்மித் ஹேண்ட் ஐ கோஆர்டினேஷன் போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் how he comes back ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு பாருங்க.
Okay, sure. I think we'll talk about it on the next positions க்கு போகும்போது. So number 4 we reach Sachin, yeah?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so next two I am thinking batsman. Gopi might have another all-rounder there. So yeah. Next two batsmen few choices. I think Smith and De Villiers. De Villiers has retired, yes, but modern day players la avanga rendu per I think we can consider.
Okay. Now Smith and Stokes I had 5 and 6.
Okay. So you had Steven Smith in your 11.
இல்ல sorry ABD and Stokes.
Okay. Smith oda average பாத்தீங்கன்னா 64.27. அண்ட் கோபி நீங்க வந்துட்டு அவனுக்கு ஒரு வீக்னஸ் வந்து அதை எக்ஸ்ப்ளாய்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் அதுல இருந்து எப்படி வரான் அப்படின்னு பாக்கலாங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு பாயிண்ட் சொன்னீங்க. பட் இப்ப வரைக்கும் எஸ் லைக் அவன் கிட்ட ஒரு வீக்னஸ் இருக்குங்கிறதே யாராலையும் கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல. nobody has yet figured out how to get him out. அண்ட் இப்ப இருக்கிற வீடியோ அனாலிசிஸ் அப்புறம் டெக்னாலஜி எல்லாம் வச்சு ஐ திங்க் ஒருத்தனோட வீக்னஸ் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது இட்ஸ் வெரி ஈஸி ஃபார் யூ டு கெட் ஃபவுண்ட் அவுட், ரைட்? பட் அப்பையும்
லெக் ஸ்லிப் வச்சு ட்ரை பண்றாங்க. பட் ஆனா ஆஷஸ் முடிஞ்ச அப்புறம் டுவர்ட்ஸ் தி எண்ட் தான் அந்த ஒரு வீக்னஸாவே காட்டணும். சோ
I think in that 2014 Australia series la MS Dhoni had Rahane leg slip and he got him out, Steven Smith once. But ஒரு ப்ராமினன்ட்டான ஒரு வீக்னஸ் இருக்கிற மாதிரி தெரியல எனக்கு ஸ்டீவன் ஸ்மித். I think even in an all-time test 11 Steven Smith would go in. I know he's very unorthodox. I know he's like not your ideal test match, pay all your bank account money kind of player, but still in terms of efficiency I think he's right up there.
I mean 5 and 6 ரெண்டுமே பேட்ஸ்மேனா அப்ப wicket keeper all rounder எப்படி என்ன
batsman who is a wicket keeper will come in at 6 I guess.
Okay, அதான் எனக்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அதான் AB at 5 நான் Stokes at 6 வச்சிருந்தேன்.
Okay, so you had AB as wicket keeper?
இல்ல 7 my number 7 will be my wicket keeper.
Okay. நம்ம next ஒரு batsman first we can finalize at number 5.
Yeah, so right? AB will be my choice.
Okay. Sham, how about you?
Condition player and it's like it can what in for 400 for 3 அந்த மாதிரி சிச்சுவேஷன்ல வரணும்னாலும் வரலாம். 35 for 3 ல வந்து ஃபேஸ் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு பேட்ஸ்மேனாலும் number 5. So my number 5 should be that type of guy. Steven Smith பாத்தீங்கன்னா 400 for 3 you can't imagine him வந்துட்டு scoring quickly ங்கற மாதிரி.
Yeah, and also De Villiers can counter attack when your team is 18 for 3.
Exactly,
right? So அப்படியே வந்து கேமோட டெம்போ ஐ திங்க் அந்த இந்தியா சவுத் ஆப்பிரிக்கா நம்ம அங்க சவுத் ஆப்பிரிக்கா போன சீரிஸ்ல ஒரு கேம் அப்படி பண்ணாருன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
ஆமா, ஏபி இல்லனா நம்ம அந்த மேட்ச் அழகா
ஜெயிச்சிருக்கலாம். Yeah. Sham, how about your choice at 5?
So actually நான் வந்து 5 வந்து had thought about Sangakkara.
Okay.
But I think more
will be your wicket keeper also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have our wicketkeeper at 6 and our all-rounder at 7, Shyam.
Sure.
So you can pitch in
So
your
that makes
batsman.
sense.
Yeah, you can pitch in your another middle order batsman.
I think my only concern with ABD is I think the initial 20 balls, regardless of where he plays, 20 to 40 balls, especially in Test cricket, are his most vulnerable. Even at his peak, I found a few innings where he would get into some unorthodox positions. On the technique level, there could be a gap between bat and pad, and I found a few like issues with that. So கொஞ்சம் vulnerable இருந்திருக்கலாம் அந்த டைம்ல. But given that even Smith has a very unorthodox technique, I never found that to be an issue when Smith played. I think he was pretty solid, like all through the Ashes, for example, or even before that when he had a tremendous run before the ban. I think never once did he showcase that initial vulnerability where I found ABD to have some sort of a vulnerability in some of those like initial periods when, especially in India tour, I think maybe they came in 2015 or 2016 if I don't remember right. But I think initially he was troubled by the spinners, especially when he came into the crease and Ashwin or Jadeja are operating. I think he felt a little troubled. That would be my only concern against ABD. But otherwise, if you're looking at a true, well-rounded player who has shown all through formats, I think for me, Smith makes the cut then. Had it been an ODI or a T20 11, I would have definitely picked ABD. But given that it's the long format, it feels like Smith is a better choice to me.
Okay. ABD can also keep wickets in case your wicketkeeper sort of gets injured or something.
Actually, நான் 11 எப்படி பிக் பண்ணனா அந்த இப்ப நம்ம சங்ககாரால நம்பர் 5ல ஆடி இருக்கானா, டாலிஸ்லாம் 7ல ஆடி இருக்கானா, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சிச்சுவேஷன் இல்லனால சோ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ஆட் நம்பர் 5ல யார் ஆடி இருக்காங்க, நம்பர் 6ல யார் ஆடி இருக்காங்க, so you pick that player for that position.
I think it's a very interesting problem to have, because for me, if you're picking Sangakkara or someone else like Sangakkara at 7 or 6, then we can afford 7. Then we can afford a Smith at 5. But if you don't have like the proper wicketkeeper batsman coming in at 6 or 7, and I think we're missing a big player here. I mean, also a big name that can come up is Gilchrist, right? So
Gilly was my wicketkeeper. So.
Right. So between Sangakkara and Gilchrist, I mean, we have to make a choice, I guess. But இப்போ அது பண்ணிட்டோம்னா then I think Smith makes the cut for me at 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so Smith na file எடுக்காத காரணமும் அதேதான். ஏன்னா நம்பர் 5ல ஆடினது இல்ல Smith, so if now 4 3
the only reason I put him at 5 is because Sachin is at 4, and I think Sachin would have a hard time playing at any other slot. In fact, Smith started his career, I think, if I'm not wrong, at number 8 or something. He was picked as a spinning option. Yeah. Okay. So I think he would not have a problem adjusting to 5. But
okay.
batting ஆனா போடும், எங்க ஆனாலும் ஓகேங்கற மாதிரி தான்.
Exactly.
Okay. என்னோட point sort of coincides with Gopi's point. I think ABD can walk in at 18 for 3 and deliver a counter punch or something, and make sure he bails his team out of trouble. And also ஒரு 300 for 3 200 for 3 la he can accelerate very quickly. So we'll go with ABD then. Sure. So I thought number 6 can be our wicket keeper. Yeah, so I think Gopi's wicket keeper is
7. Yeah, எனக்கு வந்து 6 Stokes, 7 வந்து Gilchrist.
Okay. நம்ம 6 wicket keeper நீ இப்போதைக்கு
ABD மாதிரியே தான். So even if you want him to play like 3 of 73 அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டார்ட் கொடுக்கறனாலும் கொடுப்பான், but he also has the fastest 250, so my 5 and 6 will be flexible அப்படிங்கற மாதிரி நினைச்சா நான் ABN.
Okay. What I'm thinking is இப்போ வந்து நம்ம 11 pick பண்ணிட்டு and then we can decide on the order. Yeah. So we'll go with our wicket keeper now then.
Wicket keeper will be Adam Gilchrist.
Okay.
So the only thing is between Gilchrist and Sangakkara, I find it very hard to pick.
Testல வந்து அவ்வளவா he didn't keep la.
He didn't keep as much. Right. He didn't keep as much. So again, that's the thing. I would rely on maybe your stats to tell us who had a better stats at this position.
I'm a bit traditional when it comes to wicket keeper. Enna portha varaikum wicket keeper has to be your best wicket keeper. Wicket keeping skills da number 1 irukanum, especially in test
matches. Yeah, correct.
And then comes your batting. So in that case I think Gilchrist, but Sangha kitta avlo or technical glitch irundha marilam therilla. He didn't drop.
Test la he gave up wicket keeping to concentrate as a batsman. So.
Yeah, he like Sri Lanka wanted him to bat at number 3 for most of his career. Adinala so ipo neenga batting stat pathina Sangha has like 58.35 average.
Other 6 and 7 la I don't think I can't imagine Sangha batting at 50. If I'm going to have Sangha in my team na, he will be my number 3.
Okay.
So adanala I went with Gilchrist.
Okay. Like I'm feeling really bad to keep out such an elegant player in Sangha. I think wicket keeping ondu Gilchrist vida romba onnum kammiyala illa nu nenikiren. Sangha he didn't like drop a lot of catches or miss a few stumpings. Gilchrist kept to one, which was really difficult, but keeping to Murli was even more difficult, I guess. Yeah, so we'll go with
given the fact that
in the yearly he stopped test wicket keeper எப்போ அவனை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணானே ஸ்ரீலங்கா, எப்போ ஜெயவர்தனே வந்தான், பிரசன்னா ஜெயவர்தனே.
Sangha I think ஒரு அந்த வேர்ல்ட் கப் முடிஞ்ச டைம்லயே டெஸ்ட்ல he started going to slips and he gave up wicket keeping I guess.
2007
இல்ல I think 2007 க்கு மேல he kept wickets I guess. Not quite sure.
One day towards the end வரைக்கும் keep பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தான், பட் டெஸ்ட்ல தான்.
Okay, I think we should confirm. Sham, you were trying to make a point here.
No, I said, purely on wicket-keeping skills in test matches, I feel Gilchrist is like the kind of memories I have of him taking brilliant catches.
Yeah.
And especially having kept to the likes of McGrath and, all kinds of great bowlers of the early part of 2000s up until when they retired, Vaughan, McGrath and all of them, Gillespie. And I think after that also the likes of Brett Lee and Sean Tate, extreme pace. And also spin.
But when we are talking about like all conditions keeper or a subcontinental dust bowl la keep pannona, do you think like who would you choose between Gilchrist and Sangha?
Gilchrist, I'll go with Gilchrist.
Yeah, I haven't seen Gilchrist also fumbling anything in the subcontinent, right?
I mean,
okay.
எப்போ fumble பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோனா that day itself I think he decided that he's going to Australia ஏதோ ஒரு catch விட்டு அதுக்கு அப்புறம் இஸ் இன்னைக்கு ஈவினிங் I am going to announce retirement ன்னு சொன்னான். நம்ம catch விட்ட உடனே.
Oh, so okay, I'm not quite sure.
Definitely a very good keeper, and I think initial reservations irundhudu after Healy retired and Gilchrist had to take over, but I think he did a phenomenal job. So the test match idla I don't have a problem like fitting Gilchrist in as the keeper of choice.
Okay, so now ஒரு பாதி மனசோட we'll go with Gilchrist.
Number 6 na number 7 na it will be Gilchrist அப்படிங்கற மாதிரி it's like so number 6 na I don't think I think Sangha will be
okay I'll just keep the keeper as Gilchrist / Sangha as of now. Maybe batting order decide பண்ணும்போது we can
so decide, again the other thing to consider is if Sangakkara has to be in your 11, it's going to be an injustice to keep him at number 7 or something like that.
Exactly.
So I feel like if you have to pick a keeper, I think
you should not pick Sangakkara just because keeping pannundradhukaga, because Sangha is more of a batsman.
And I think to me he feels like Sangakkara should be there between 3 and 5, and even for 5 I thought like 10 times because he's come in at number 3, scored a lot of runs for them. 4 would have been ideal again, but adula again we've slotted in Sachin, so it's hard to dislodge that. But I think Sangakkara doesn't make sense to me beyond 5. If it's 6 or 7, go to Gilchrist for sure.
So we are leaving out 2 guys who are averaging 64.27 and 58.35 in test cricket, Smith and Sangha. Okay, cool, we'll go with Gilchrist then.
I think adukda favoritism, adukda na Indian add பண்ணல. Sachin at 4 விட்டுட்டு
I'm very surprised அது நீங்க பண்ணல அப்படினு ரொம்ப சர்ப்ரைசிங்கா இருக்கு. Bowling la இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் surprises இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
And Sachin can also like roll his arm over and get a few wickets in subcontinent. Okay, our first all-rounder. think it's
I had Callis at 4. My second
Okay.
all-rounder will be Stotts at 6 or 7.
Okay, so our first all-rounder is going to be Callis. I think it's an unanimous choice.
Yeah.
You know, he has like he's like 2-in-1 player, right? Like he has the batting stats of Sachin.
Sachin Zahir Khan stats.
Yeah, and Zahir's or bowling stats and like a brilliant slip fielder, bucket hands. Okay, so we'll go with Callis as our first all-rounder. Okay, இப்போ 8, 9, 10, 11 I think Gopi has one more all-rounder in Stokes, right?
8, 9, 10, 11 இல்ல. My top 6 லயே Stokes இருந்தோம். So
Okay.
I had both Callis and Stokes.
Okay, so we'll go and pick 4 bowlers then, 2 pacers and 2 spinners. Okay.
Yeah.
So who will be your first spinner?
One undoubtedly.
Okay. All conditions.
Yeah, all conditions. I had 12 Murli and McGrath. Subcontinent na Murli, other than subcontinent na McGrath அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி வச்சிருந்தேன்.
Okay.
But if it's going to be 2 spinner any condition na Shane Warne.
Okay.
Murli.
Okay. Sham, how about you? Same choices?
Actually, Warne is like one of my top 3 favorite cricketers of all time.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But the only thing that holds me back here is I think he retired after the 2005 Ashes or something like that.
I was going to
6-7
I was going to make that point. Warne oda stats வந்து அந்த particular timeல வந்து கொஞ்சம் கம்மியா தான் இருக்கு. But then in terms of அவரோட attitude, அவரோட he can just pick a wicket of என்ன சொல்றது பேட்ஸ்மேனை டென்ஷன் பண்ணி அந்த ஸ்லெட்ஜ் பண்ணியே கூட he can pick up a wicket, மைண்ட் கேம்ஸ் ஆடியே கூட. And all round player, like any conditionலயும் he can spin the ball that much.
That's the only concern I had, right? I mean, he hasn't, the stats like you said don't stack up in that period. And in fact after 2000 till 2020, if you have to consider the stats, I think Lyon has like more match winning figures for Australia in that time period.
Okay.
I think purely as a classical spinner.
Warne versus Lyon na.
Okay, I'll give you the bowling average. I'll give you the bowling averages between Warne and Lyon. Warne went 25.17 overall, but Lyon is 31.58.
Okay.
And Warne oda home average pathina 29.51. Lyon though கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒண்ணுதான் 31.93, but அவேல பாத்தீங்கன்னா Warne has such a big difference. Warne is 22.65.
Wow.
Which is very dominant because Lyon is 31.26. And மத்த நேம்ஸும் இங்க we can see Herath, Harbhajan, Ashwin and Kumble in there statistically. But I think Warne, I actually wanted Warne to be my test captain in my 11. Yeah.
I don't know. Warne வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆல் ஸ்டார் டீம் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்ணுவான்னு தெரியல. ராஜஸ்தான் ராயல்ஸ் பார்த்துட்டு
maybe his ego
எல்லாரும் கூட சண்டை போட்டு டீம்னா ஃபுல்லா அவன் ரன் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும்.
He's not and he's written in his autobiography also. I have a copy.
Okay.
அதுல வந்து I think the Warne versus Sachin dream teams கூட ஒரு மேட்ச் யூஎஸ்ல நடத்தினாங்க. I don't know if you get 2 years more.
3 games.
Actually அது வந்து he wanted to repeat that the next year. And unfortunately he couldn't convince Sachin to get his team to agree. I think his management team felt Warne was asking for a little bit too much of the whole pie. So he has actually written about it pretty openly, saying maybe one of the revelations I had in this whole exercise was the fact that even if I had captained Australia, I don't know how I would have managed players, because it came as a shock to me, because I felt like anybody who was on good terms with me was my friend, but maybe that's not the case. So I think it's an important thing to consider. I think he's a brilliant cricketer, just like KP, right? Kevin Peterson, again a name we didn't consider anywhere, but KP Mari is a brilliant cricketer, but is he going to get along and manage people the right way? I doubt it. That's the only consideration. But I think given your stats, I think it's pretty clear that Warne is leading the race for the spinner.
Purely from a tactical perspective, I think Warne was really brilliant. Maybe a captain is not just a tactician, right? He has to lead his troops and ஒரு நல்ல people's personாவும் இருக்கணும். But I think purely from a tactical perspective, Vaughn was brilliant. Like அவரோட commentary-ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா, he'll just call everything that's gonna happen next. In the Adelaide.
Sorry. Go ahead and complete your point.
Yeah, Sham. So in the Adelaide, Virat Kohli was playing that magnificent innings in the fourth innings.
Right.
அந்த ஒரு ஹார்ட் பிரேக் நமக்கு இருக்கும். அந்த மேட்ச்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா புஜாரா அண்ட் கோலி will be going pretty well. புஜாரா அண்ட் விஜய் will be going pretty well. அப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா I can sense a wicket here அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவான் on அந்த ஓவர்ல. அடுத்த பாலே புஜாரா will get out. So அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய he has called before it happened. That's just one example that sort of pops up in my mind.
Also, I think his captaincy, like you said, I think his stint with Rajasthan Royals when they were literally like the players were nobody, right? So he was the one who first mentored Ravi Jadeja.
It was ideal for him நினைக்கிறேன். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டீம் கொடுத்தது அவனுக்கு.
So Jaddu was under his wings initially, and I think first 2 years before he came under Dhoni was under Vaughan. And I think he also the left armer who I don't know if he made the cut, Kamran Khan, if I'm not wrong.
Kamran Khan or
so I think he Yusuf Pathan, they were under Vaughan initially. Would have been brilliant to see them do well even beyond what they've done. But I think he had a knack for getting the best out of smaller known players. But I think when it comes to managing an all-star team,
international career in the IPL idla enna start aachu.
Yeah, exactly. So like Gopi said, I have to agree there. I mean, whether he'd be able to manage an all-star big ego team, I don't know. That is a concept to give.
I think his attitude was his strength and weakness.
அவன மேனேஜ் பண்றதும் பெரிய விஷயம் தான் டீம்ல.
ஆமா. Okay, so we have one in here and the next choice is Murli, is it?
Yeah, spinner. கண்டிப்பா spinner subcontinent தான் Murli.
Okay, so no doubts about it. Murli பாத்தீங்கன்னா he is averaging 18.12 at home, which is absolutely magnificent. Next best யாருன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா Ashwin. He has got 22.80, but Ashwin's away record is a bit lesser when it compares to Murli. 31.44.
Under Kohli you can't compare நினைக்கிறேன். He'll just after ரெண்டு டெஸ்ட் மேட்ச் ஆடிட்டு மூணாவது டெஸ்ட்ல ரெண்டாவது டெஸ்ட் ஆடுவானா தெரியல அஸ்வின். Most of the time he will drop him. He'll go back to Jadeja.
And also Ashwin on the first few away tours la பாத்தீங்கன்னா he was like completely ineffective. And the first stint of away tours la South Africa, Australia la he didn't pick up wickets at all. Maybe next idla he got
injured நினைக்கிறேன்.
quite a bit.
மேட்ச்லலாம் இன்ஜூரி வச்சே ஆடிட்டு இருந்தான். சோ அதெல்லாம் இங்கிலாந்துல நினைக்கிறேன்.
இந்த இங்கிலாந்து நம்ம 3-2 இப்ப தோத்த டெஸ்ட்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா fourth match will be hanging in balance and
he got injury இருந்துட்டு bowling அப்படிங்கற மாதிரி அந்த மேட்ச் முடிஞ்சது.
And the pitch was also sort of helping the spinners. So all the pundits expected him to sort of run through the England lower order, but he couldn't do it because of this injury. So okay, we are going with Murli then. So next is our two fast bowlers. எனக்கு இதுல தான் ஸ்டாட்ஸ் என்னால கன்சிடரே பண்ண முடியல because நிறைய பேரோட ஸ்டாட்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் ஒரே மாதிரி இருந்தது. So let's just go with your choices. Sham, if you can go first.
Yeah,
sure. So என்னோட first pick வந்து James Anderson.
Okay.
I think definitely undisputed the fact remains that in English conditions, in seaming conditions, he's going to be there. Right up there. I think that is a no-brainer. But the only doubt I had was whether he would have the same impact in like subcontinent. But also that applies to other bowlers, which is where I think someone like a McGrath would shine through. I think he picked up wickets in any kind of environment. So he was my second pick for the fast bowling slot also. So I had Anderson and McGrath.
Okay.
But if you're not considering Anderson, then maybe also a name like Gillespie, very traditional fast bowling. I think also bouncy, pacey pitches. But also when he came to India, he was like literally tirelessly running in and bowling. I think I also considered someone like a Siddle or a Ryan Harris, but from all these angles, it looks like to me the McGrath Gillespie bowling combination was deadly.
Okay. So you didn't think about Dale Steyn?
Yeah. Dale Steyn அதான் நானும் யோசிச்சிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
Brilliant bowler, but very I think in his peak years maybe he didn't have this injury concern, but
okay,
I think the only thing that held me back there was he broke down quite too often for my liking.
He was very injury prone.
During after 30 left in.
Yeah, but if we remove that kind of cloud from the injury cloud, illana, then definitely Dale Steyn.
Okay.
But purest, fast bowler category la pathina, I mean, between Anderson வந்து pales in comparison to Steyn, as you rightly said. But I think
but subcontinent la pathina you will fear Steyn, but Anderson I think on the bayam subcontinent la.
Exactly. Again, I think the Steyn Tendulkar contest in South Africa was epic. And also, given the fact that we're considering years like 2014 and the Kohli Anderson battle again happened in 2018, again still very equal, right? Although Kohli got
I mean அந்த catch la புடிச்சிருந்தாங்கன்னா I think Anderson தான் நினைக்கிறேன். மூணு catch விடுவாங்க.
So first innings, I think
அந்த இங்கிலாந்து டூர்ல
the very best.
அந்த இங்கிலாந்து டூர்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இன்னிங்ஸ்லயே கோலி வந்துட்டு கீட்டன் ஜெனிங்ஸ் கிட்ட ஒரு ஈஸி கேட்ச் கொடுப்பான். The ball will sort of nutmeg him. அது புடிச்சிருந்தானா I think the mind games would have begun. First innings இங்கிலாந்து டூர்ல திரும்ப வீக்னஸ் எக்ஸ்ப்ளாய்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. One thing that stands up when it comes to James Anderson is even if there is a little bit of help for him, he'll just run through the batting order. அந்த ஸ்விங்ங்கிறது கொஞ்சம் அவனுக்கு ஃபேவரபிளா அமைஞ்சா I think he is the king. Gopi, what was your pick?
Actually 2000 Akram எவ்வளவு நாளா 2000 அப்புறம் ஆடுனான்னு தெரியல.
Akram and also a bit of Megra. மெக்ராவுக்கும் கொஞ்சம் 2000 க்கு அப்புறம்ங்கிறது மட்டும்ங்கிறது ஒரு சின்ன நெகட்டிவ் பாயிண்ட் தான்.
அதான் நான் 2000 க்கு அப்புறம் கன்சிடர் பண்ணாம அக்ரம் and Steyn was my two fast.
Okay.
Megra will be அதான் சப்கான்டினென்ட் இல்லனா Megra முரளிக்கு பதிலா.
Okay.
So if we are going to play only two fast bowlers na on left armer and right hand. So
okay, but if we are picking like only after 2000s players na I don't think Wasim Akram நம்ம இன்க்ளூட் பண்ண முடியும்னு எனக்கு தோணுது.
Steyn and Megra probably. Anderson da it's like subcontinent and ஒரே பாயிண்ட் தான்.
Okay.
I don't know. அந்த ஒரு பயம் இருக்காது. Subcontinent na you can just
அந்த ஸ்டாட்ஸ் இருக்கா விக்னேஷ்? do you have those stats?
I think இந்தியால ஒரு சீரிஸ் ஜெயிச்சாங்க. அந்த சீரிஸ்ல மட்டும் he did well நினைக்கிறேன் ஆண்டர்சன்.
Okay.
Yeah. அப்ப சச்சின் he got out quite a bit. One thing that நான் ஆண்டர்சனை சப்போர்ட் பண்ற ஒரு
எல்லாம் ஆம்ப்ரூஸ் எல்லாமே அதான் 2000 அப்புறம் எடுத்தனால
ஆம்ப்ரூஸ் doesn't make the cut. He wasn't as active.
And this sort of shows that fast bowlers have like they're very rare. 2000s க்கு அப்புறம் 2010 இப்பலாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா we can name like Cummins, Rabada, Bumrah, அதுக்கு மேல ரொம்ப fearful fast bowlers னு நம்ம இது பண்ண முடியாது. Okay, so we'll have Dale Steyn one.
Anderson
and Anderson versus Megra. I think Anderson wins it because he has played a lot after 2000s compared to Megra. And also the fact that if there is any swing, like Megra was more, sort of a consistent hitting the deck, hitting that, a consistent line and length all the time kind of bowler. But on the swinging or factor in the Anderson can swing it both ways and sort of, run through the batting order. So we'll go with Anderson.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so our 11, looks like this: Cook, Hayden, Ponting, Sachin, De Villiers, Gilchrist or Sangha. I think we are going with Gilchrist here because so and we have Kallis as our one all-rounder, Vaughan, Murli, Steyn and Anderson. Yeah. So it's a good 11 I guess. So do you want to chop and change the batting order? I think it looks fine. Kallis is batting at number 7.
That Kallis at 7 தான் என்னால ஒத்துக்க முடியல. But
okay,
you are going to pick.
So if our
positions it will be different, but
so if our top 4 is set with Cook, Hayden, Ponting and Sachin, we can we have De Villiers, Gilchrist and Kallis to sort of have that 5, 6, 7. So how are we going to go about it?
Gilchrist will be at 7.
So Gilchrist is 7.
AB at 6 நினைக்கிறேன்.
Okay. Yeah, Callis De Villiers technically better batsman, but I think Callis was right. Okay, so our final 11 looks like this: Cook, Hayden, Ponting, Sachin, Callis, De Villiers, Gilchrist, Vaughan, Murli, Stein, and Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we have a 12th man or something of that sort? Do we have, a special entry kind of thing?
Yes, I would prefer a 12th man actually.
Yeah.
12th man will be another fast bowler because then we can have 3-2 combination. I mean 2-2 or 3-1 on the combination.
Okay. So, I was thinking about Steven Smith.
Batsman, okay.
Yeah. I was, very guilty of leaving out Smith.
Extremely hard choice, actually.
Yeah.
But I think Gopi has a point there. I think our batting order is extremely stacked with batsmen. Like our whole 11, 7 batsmen, all the up until the keeper. Yeah. I think the 4 bowlers are not going to get you any runs whatsoever. Vaughan
and Stein can maybe, bat
Stein, a bit. I haven't seen him score that much. Vaughan, yes. Murli illa. Migra kandipa kadayadu. Anderson, I have not seen him score too many. So I think it's up until 7 or 8. 12th man,
So Megra will be our 12th man then.
Yeah, I think we can go with Megra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, so who is our captain?
I love Megra instead of Anderson, but that's the longevity.
Okay. Yeah. That's a factor. But say if it is a subcontinental wicket, if you compare Ashwin and Lyon, I think Ashwin wins it for you, right? And the comparison. When you have your conditions at your feet, உங்களுக்கு என்ன கண்டிஷன் வேணுமோ அது உங்ககிட்ட இருக்குங்க போது who is the better bowler அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா I think Anderson sort of edges Megra.
Yeah, but அதான் subcontinental ஆட போறீங்கன்னா you will have Megra.
Yeah. That's there. Maybe we can swap between Anderson and Megra in subcontinental wicket.
Yes.
Okay, so we have 2 captains in here, Cook and Ponting. I think it's going to be an easy choice.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll go with Ricky Ponting as captain. It's probably we can sort of rank him as one of the top 3 captains of Test cricket, probably, if not the best.
Right, and I think also Cook, for all his great achievements as a player and captain, the Ashes defeat lang konjo crushing defeats are when it happened. But I think Ponting never had that humiliation really. I mean, all through his career also led a great bowling attack, and now we have to manage people like Vaughan. If you're picking Migra and someone like an Anderson, I think Ponting is a great captain who can set very good attacking fields. So that's one thing that counts for him. And also he's used to managing the bigger players. So I think that also counts for him.
I think
Cook had a little bit of trouble with KP.
நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி if like ஏதாவது ஒரு செஷன் if he loses நாலே I can't see him like அப்படியே ஒரு tactically சமயா ஏதோ யோசிச்சு மறுபடியும் கேம் குள்ள கொண்டு வர மாதிரி ஒரு கேப்டனா பார்த்தது.
Also how we never thought of KP in our 11.
I don't know.
KP, I don't know. In terms of efficiency, எனக்கு ரொம்ப அப்படி தெரியல. Like style, grace, அதெல்லாம் okay. But especially with the kind of players that we have picked, அவங்க கூட KP compare பண்ணா, I think KP is a bit lower on the pecking order, right? So we have like Ponting, Sachin, De Villiers, Gilchrist and Callis as our middle order batsmen.
Yeah, it's hard.
So it's very hard to edge them out.
Maybe in the debateல KP or AB அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இது பேசிரலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
True.
We didn't even consider KP.
I think AB edges him out only because he can also keep wickets. KP அந்த இது இல்ல.
ஆனா AB மேனேஜ் பண்றது அவ்வளவு பிரச்சனை இருக்காது KP அளவுக்கு. He won't send text messageலாம் அனுப்ப மாட்டான் opponent.
And also another thing is
whether ABD wants to play Test cricket.
Another thing is like in terms of consistency, AB went to I think AB edges out KP a bit. Consistency liyum pathina ella throughout like all around the world he has been a bit consistent more than KP. KP was also good, but he edges him out, I guess.
But the only thing that I would say,
debate la padina KP can when he is on Son, he will just win you the game in the
he's a true match winner. True match winner, and I think he's a big game player. Ashes Lala absolutely came up like on top, and he scored tons of runs against Vaughan, like the likes of Vaughan. So I think top bowling attacks team is dismantled. So I think, but again, the underlying trigger for him is whether it counts as much for him. He needs to feel it's an important game for him to be motivated.
Yeah, he's that sort of a player. Yeah. Okay, so the 11 is fixed. We can
ரெண்டு பேரையும் டீம்ல வச்சிட்டு இருந்தோம்னா மேனேஜ் பண்றது ரொம்ப இதுவாயிடும்.
But at least those two will get along really well.
Yeah, they will get along. They get along in the commentary box well as well. So okay guys, so we have our final 11, we have our captain and everything, we have our 12th man. So it was really good fun.
Who's going to be our coach? Coach
good question. Coach irundha Vaughan, and okay, we are not picking Peterson, but Vaughan manage பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு கோச்சா இருக்கணும். Okay, we can maybe talk about it. Who's our coach?
Yeah, it can't be John Buchanan, so it's not so we'll rule him out. But I think between, say, someone like a John Wright or a Gary Custon and a Duncan Fletcher,
all three are sort of likable.
Or even an Andy Flower, who is not exactly likable but very efficient as a coach. So I think that's where we need to come in with our
Greg Chappell illaya. Sachin then wouldn't agree.
Greg Chappell Australia illa, I don't think so.
Evlo nalla coach pick panalo someone might be against him. Nammaloda 11 la pathina. Okay guys, it was good fun. So if possible,
Fleming won't be a coach. Good idea.
Fleming, we don't know about international stints avlova eduthadilla nenikiren.
Especially test cricket, I don't know if he's done well for New Zealand, but I mean, I think it's good as a management player. But I think for the long form of the game, I think you want to pick someone who's been there, done that.
I think John Wright versus Gary Custon is a very good choice. அவங்க ரெண்டு பேருக்குள்ள maybe we can choose one.
I would actually say ahead of Custon I would put Fletcher.
Okay.
Fletcher
கூட அந்த அவனோட சக்சஸ் early stageல Fletcher was tactically some help அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி கூட.
And in fact, even the limited success that England had against India or under Nasser Hussain, I think was with Fletcher. He was a very good tactician. So I think
John Wright kitta ஒரு major point என்ன சொல்லலாம்னா, he sort of came in when Ganguly he was trying to convert this mediocre Indian side into a world class side. So adula he put a lot of contributions in. So that might give him a go. John Wright ku solran.
Nobody has brought up Ravi Shastri's name.
நல்ல மீடியாக்கு போய் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு
Shane Warne might like him. Yeah. Okay, so are we picking a coach?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'll go with any of these names that we brought up. John Wright seems like a good fit for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
John Wright or Fletcher, anyone is fine.
Okay. We'll have Wright or Fletcher as our coach. ஏன்னா இதுக்கு கரெக்டான டிபேட்டிங் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் நம்ம கிட்ட கிடையாது to settle on it. Okay guys, it was really good fun. So I'll try to post this in my YouTube channel and share you guys the link, and if possible maybe we can do a ODI 11 or T20 11 or whatever
sure.
that we want.
Every Saturday in the time it will be nice.
Or a series mari we can do, and we can even talk about cricket, other themes or general
anything.
KP அந்த மாதிரி players வச்சு ஒரு 11 like entertainers, Gale, KP.
Sure. Yeah.
Already looks like he already has that 11.
He's fond of அந்த மாதிரி kind of players, I think, Gopi.
Right.
அவரோட articles லலாம் Okay. Okay, so we'll wind this up. If possible, நம்ம next step free இருக்குமோ அப்போ we'll choose
Yes.
the topic and then we'll go ahead and speak about it.
Done.
Sure, bro.
Super.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Sham, and bye, Gopi.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.